Woo! Welcome back. Yo, today has been a tough day for your boy at the office, dude. We've been doing good. I had to prepare for my IELTS exam, which is on this Saturday. Please pray that I get it good. And yeah, so we'll be studying mostly. I'll be studying English only, cause why not? IELTS exam, gotta prepare, gotta watch some videos to improve my communication skills. And yeah, overall I'll try to get a good 9 band in my first ever IELTS exam. So hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe and turn the notification bell items to get notified of my daily live streams. Until then, enjoy. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me just give me a minute. Let me find a song for y'all. Y'all cuties. Let me find a song for y'all cuties. Feliz Navidad. Woo! Let me find a good song for y'all. Wow. But the song might get interrupted because I might watch some videos. So that's why. Sorry for the interruption. It's all good.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Dominic Bullock. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Philip Geisel.
And can you tell me where you're from?
I'm from Germany, from the northwest. I live in North Rhine-Westphalia in a very small town, so I think you maybe won't know it.
May I see your identification, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. That's fine. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about where you're living now. Tell me about the town or city where you're living at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment, I'm here in Oxford in the UK. So yeah, I'm living in Oxford in a homestay with a host family. And yeah, I really like the city. It's really nice. And yeah, I'm in Oxford for 3 more weeks and then I will go home to Germany again.
Do you think you will move to a different place in the near future?
Yeah, I will definitely. I will have an internship in a law office in Schwerin in the northeast of Germany, so quite far away from home. And yeah, I will move there for another 4 weeks. And yeah, in July, August, I will move to Hamburg, also in the north for my studies. So there will be a lot of changing in the next few months.
Let's talk about email. What kinds of emails do you receive about your work or studies?
Many different kinds. So first of all, of course, private emails from friends, maybe with photos. Maybe WhatsApp is a little bit more popular at the moment, but yeah, also we have some emails from time to time. From university, I also receive emails, for example, for tests that I had to take or for some documents that I still need from the A-levels, for example. And for work, I'm currently working in a language school as intern, so I have several different emails there, for example, for homestay when new students have to be allocated to other host families, from the other staff members when they need information, from the students themselves if they have a problem, for example, and don't know my telephone number, then they write an email.
Do you prefer to email, phone, or text your friends?
Depends on the friends, to be honest. So really good friends, I often call them. So I'm here now for 7 weeks in Oxford, and my really good friends, I have like once a week a little chat on the phone. I think it's more personal than WhatsApp or than emails or something like that. So that's what I really like. For short messages, just to get information, I would rather prefer WhatsApp. But yeah, good family members, good friends, I would always prefer a phone call. But I don't really like emails, so emails are kind of not very personal and really it's like distance when you write an email to your friends. So,
do you reply to emails and messages as soon as you receive them?
Also depends on the message, to be honest. So yeah, when it's really urgent, then I reply very as soon as possible whenever I have time. And when there are emails that are not really urgent, not really important to me, then maybe I don't answer them. Maybe I answer them a few days later, a few hours later. It always depends on the situation.
Are you happy to receive emails that are advertising things?
Oh no, I hate it. It's really annoying if you have all these spam emails with people trying to advertise things to make you buy things. I really don't like it. I always delete these emails as soon as I get them to clear everything and to have the really important emails.
Let's talk about cars and driving. How often do you travel by car?
Oh, back in Germany quite often, and I really must say here in Oxford I'm only using buses since I don't have my car here. I came here by plane, so I really miss driving, to be honest.
Why?
Because it's freedom, I think. I think for Germany in particular, most people like their cars. Most people, it's like a symbol for some Germans of freedom, and I really like to go on the Autobahn, to go on the highway, to go fast. I really enjoy it. It's and I really can relax while driving, hear music. Of course, stay concentrated, but I really like that. And I'm coming from an area where you need to drive. There's no good bus transfer because it's a very rural area. So you need a car to get to your friends and, I don't know, to go shopping or anything.
Who in your family drives the most?
My father, I think, because he's working 50 kilometers from where we live in Münster, and he has to drive like 1 hour a day. So I think he's driving the most.
What kind of car would you like to own one day?
And that's an interesting question since there are so many different cars. And maybe a fast sports car, a cabriolet, so where you can open the top for driving in summer when it's warm. You have the wind around your face. That's like maybe the real feeling of freedom then when you're having a car like that. So a cabriolet, yeah, would be cool.
Would you like to travel in a driverless car?
In a driverless car where I can still influence the driving, so I would still need a steering wheel to actually have influence on the drive itself. But it would be really nice. So I think most people who are
Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Here's some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here's your topic. Please don't write anything on the booklet. I'd like you to describe a hotel that you know.
What would I sign up to?
I wonder if I would get more real players if
you
I
would be
played
legendary
by
by now,
myself
Resident,
and
you know
not
that,
with
right?
these guys.
6,500 points was legendary last
Like,
season.
I wonder if
6,500
their
points
rank
was
is so
legendary.
high that we can't get matched with pro tier
Grand
lobbies.
Master, bro.
Because there would definitely be more players that are in pro rank.
I'm actually gonna get food.
Love your videos. Appreciate it, Alexis.
They have to make it more challenging for us.
Okay, chat, I'm really sorry. I've got to go to pray. I'll come back in 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. I'll come back by 6:30. Promise. chat. Told ya, 6:30. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Come on, baby. Easy. Sai Kiran is your new mod, chat. Can you have some W's for Sai Kiran? Can you have some W's? Sai. Sai is official. Come on, dude. And the official. Come on, chat! Okay, so I think something's planned. Okay, like, see, I was thinking while I was doing something. So I was playing also. Praying, not playing. Hello, I am a very highly pronounced man of dignity and coherence. So what I've planned is that we gonna stop the music right now. Okay, we just stop the music right now. This is my favorite one, Trip and Coffee. It's very nice. Okay, I got copyright claimed also for that. Even though I don't care. Okay, yeah, so what I've planned is that my mic was muted when I was actually practicing for the, so what I'll do is, right, I will switch on my mic and just speak. Even if someone hears it, I don't care. And even if someone has something to change in the chat, let them say, I don't care. But I'm gonna speak it in the chat and do let me know your comments. Okay, if it's out of hatred, then I won't feel good about it, but feedback is what matters at the end of the day. Yeah, so let's roll it. So right now I just finished this. Now I'll be listening to what he says on so topic is, you should say, okay, wait, let me just show you all what topic is it. Wasn't concentrating and on actually the questions. I wasn't concentrating on the questions. I was more on giving my opinions and my description on the hotel, like how I did go with 2 questions, but I also missed 2 questions. So that's something which I have to stop doing. I have to focus on the questions and actually answer them as well in a proper format so that my marks elevate. And yeah, let's hear it. Oh, I'm in full on mood, baby. Woo! Okay, you're gonna start on hello. Okay, let's watch it. Okay, dude.
All right.
Okay.
Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you.
Okay.
I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay, this hotel I'm describing is in Greece, more particular on Crete, so on the island. It's a 4-star hotel where I've been with my family a few years ago, so with my brother and my mother and father. And it's really close to the sea, what I really like, because I like to go swimming, I like to wake up and have a look on the ocean, so that's really, really nice. The Mediterranean Sea, so good weather is always a nice thing. We were there in summer. It has 30 to 35 degrees, really nice. Not too hot. We were quite lucky because usually they have like 40 degrees. They have really good food. They had a really good kitchen. That was a nice thing. So there was always different food in the afternoon. The breakfast was really good. Yeah, and they had a really nice pool area. So they had like 3 different pools, some for children and then pools that the adults could use. That was really nice. Because I really like to go swimming, just standing up, going out of bed, going in the pool. That's really what I really enjoy. Yeah, and because it's close to the sea, we also were allowed to go fishing there. So they offered like fishing trips because I'm also fishing in Germany. I really enjoyed that. And what's also cool, they had a gym there in the hotel, which is rather big. So just standing up, going to the gym, training, maybe have a little swim in the pool, and then get back to the family, have breakfast. That's really nice. And they also had some bars there. I was not allowed to drink at the time, but maybe if I would go there again, we would have some fun drinking. But it was
What a
rather
bad
big
boy.
hotel, so today I would prefer a
Drinking?
smaller hotel with
Don't
less
drink.
people. So there was
Chat,
like the disadvantage.
if you're watching
with
this, don't drink.
particular hotel. So yeah.
Let me check.
I would prefer a smaller one, but it was really nice because it was really in the center of the island, so we were close to different historic cities, Rhodos and other islands to visit in Greece.
Bro, this 2 minutes
So,
are long.
Yeah, and as I told you, the weather was perfect, so I would really like to go there again. Not maybe in that particular hotel.
Have you ever recommended
Oh, you
this
just
hotel
stopped
to
him and
anyone?
destroyed him.
Actually, I didn't, but my mother did. So my uncle was there with his wife and my cousin. So yeah, they went there.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet and the paper and pencil back, please?
Sure.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find really good.
Bro, I don't
Thank
think so
you.
you can lie in this. Like, see, if you lie.
We've been talking about a
like,
hotel
like
that you know,
something is related to
and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider, first of all, staying in hotels. Well, what are the sorts of things that are important when people are choosing a hotel?
Oh, several things. First of all, I think the location is very important. So, of course, the area where you want to travel to, what important sites are there, different cities, museums, cultural things to do. If it's close to the sea, if you have a maybe nice view from your room. So these are, first of all, I think the location. The country, of course, that's maybe the first thing that you ask yourself, which country do I want to travel to? And the other thing, of course, then is the hotel itself. So how big is it? How many people are there? It's maybe more entertaining hotel for little children where lots of people are. Or is it like a very small one in an old town of a city?
And why do you think is it that some people just don't like staying in hotels?
Because it's maybe a bit unpersonal. So maybe that's why most people, they go for like these flat sharing platforms, so that they kind of rent a private flat for a week or for 2 weeks for holidays, because it's more personal, because you're staying really in the old town, because you don't have to stick to certain times for breakfast. So it's a little bit, you have your own time management, you don't have to stick to it, and you have more privacy as well, maybe, because you don't have to, I don't know, look at the other visitors all the time staying with you for breakfast in the dining room. So yeah.
And thinking more about luxury hotels, do you think that staying in a luxury hotel is a waste of money?
Depends on the hotel and where it is. So if you have like a luxury hotel in the middle of nowhere, of course, I would consider that as waste of money. Actually, I don't really have to go to luxury hotels. I could stay in a really normal hotel. More important for me would, of course, be what city it is in, where it is, how fast I can travel to the city center and to the sites that I want to see, want to visit. So staying in a luxury hotel can be cool, or can be interesting and really enjoyable for a few days. But considering there are other things that are more important to me than
fold your
really
hands,
staying
talk
in a luxury
properly,
hotel.
don't need to
And from
panic.
staying in a hotel, let's think about working in a hotel. Do you think that
It's gonna
working
have
in a hotel is a good career for life?
A completely different topic. Depends on the job that you do
You
there.
just change the topic like an idiot.
If you, for
What the heck?
example,
You came on
a manager
occupation.
there in a really big hotel with lots of people staying there, could of course promote and push or
host
improve
from
your
the
career.
hottest day,
So when you really have to deal with a lot of people, you have to manage, have a good overview over the whole hotel. I think that is really good thing to learn multitasking there. The other thing is if you're, for example, a cook. So if you're really in a small hotel where you can really work on, so in a 5-star
I would
hotel
talk
or
about
4-star
hotel management courses
hotel,
that
you
the
can really
different
deliver
years
good
will
food
offer.
that the customers appreciate. So
So
really
if I had this question
concentrate.
to be asked, so I would pretty much answer it by like, yep, it is really important, and there is a lot of scope for the hotel managers, because there's also in the current scenario where hotel management is greatly increasing. It's a very known course in the past couple of years, and has drastically increased, and the importance of it has actually showed now, cause the need of hotels in different places for people to explore, and they don't actually have any medium to live over there, cause they aren't any houses. So if you build a hotel over there where people can live, and so people will tend to come to this place a lot, and will also increase the amount of employment rate at that particular hotel, for instance, as well as also it will increase the various scopes of different hotels being built in the near place. And yeah, that's how the employability rate can be increased for. And correct. And,
Great on the quality of the food, create something new, create something special, of course. And if it's a really famous hotel in a big city, of course, that will promote you.
Now let me hear what I said. Different hotels being built in the near medium to it is really important, and there is a
Working in a big hotel with lots of people staying there could of course promote and push or improve your career. So when you really have to deal with a lot of people, you have to manage, have a good overview over the whole hotel, I think that is really good thing to learn multitasking there. The other thing is if you're, for example, a cook, so if you're really in a small hotel where you can really work on, so in a 5-star hotel or 4-star hotel, you can really deliver good food that the customers appreciate. So really,
if I had this question to be asked, so I would pretty much answer it by yep, it is really important, and there is a lot of scope for the hotel managers, because there's also in the current scenario where hotel management is greatly increasing. It's a very known course in the past couple of years, and has drastically increased, and the importance of it has actually showed now, cause the need of hotels in different places for people to explore, and they don't actually have any medium to live over there, cause they aren't any houses. So if you build a hotel over there where people can live, and so people will tend to come to this place a lot, and will also increase the amount of employment rate at that particular hotel, for instance, as well as also it will increase the various scopes of different hotels being built in the near place. And yeah, that's how the employability rate can be increased for. And correct.
Great on the quality of the food, create something new, create something special, of course. And if it's a really famous hotel in a big city, of course, that will promote you.
Now let me hear what I said. Different hotels being built in the near. Imagine hearing yourself 3 times. Let's go. Hotels being. I got to improve. I am doing a lot of unnecessary mistakes that I shouldn't be doing right now at this point. Let me hear her.
Hello, IELTS Daily fans. I'm Chris, and I'm here with the
2
wonderful
million views.
Saskia.
Nice to see you all. And today we have Saskia's practice mock test. Now, you've just finished your test, Saskia. How did it go?
I think it went pretty well. Yes, I'm pretty confident.
Good. If you guys want to watch and see what Saskia did well and how you could improve, then keep watching. Do you think that the IELTS speaking test is difficult? Well, I agree with you. The great news is that we've made some fantastic mock exam videos with a real practice exam, with real students and a real practice examiner. During these videos, I'm going to be looking at what the
someone
students
smiles
do well,
to me like
how
that,
they can improve,
I'll be
and
so
also
amazed.
how you guys can use some of their tips,
I'll be so amazed, and
techniques
I'll have
and
no
ideas in your speaking test.
no business, like straight up. And that's a very important thing that one should have.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is Chris
that
from IELTS Daily, and I'm here to help you pass your IELTS speaking test.
Gotcha.
We have another mock exam video for you today with a practice examiner and a practice student. If you haven't already seen this student, she is one of our channel's very favorite students. Her name is Saskia, and you can see her other video by clicking the link in the description below. You'll see it on the screen now. It is a wonderful video on how you can improve and score really highly during the test. Saskia is back for another video. We're very happy to see her again, and she has some different questions. And I want to talk about confidence today. One of the most important things when you're sitting the test is to feel confident about the way you're speaking. IELTS is about speaking naturally. You don't have to show off or try to speak with really high level words. Your language, and this is from the band descriptors, needs to be natural with some less common words, idiomatic words. But for the most part, you just have to give reasons for your answers, speak fluently without stopping, and try to vary your language as much as possible. So we have Saskia for her second mock test today. Let's see how she does.
Hello and welcome to this practice exam conducted by IELTS Daily. My name is Maddie and I'm your practice examiner. The questions in this test are designed to simulate the IELTS speaking test. Let's start. What's your first name, please?
Saskia.
Thanks, Saskia. At the beginning of the IELTS test, you'll be required to provide an ID, but as this is a practice test, we don't need to do that today. I want to begin by talking about you. Do you have a large family?
I don't actually. It's just myself and my brother, so it's very tight-knit.
Mm-hmm. And how often do you speak to your family?
Every day I make sure to call my parents, both my mom and my dad, at least once a day. And my brother and I are very close, so I'm actually going over to see him after this. Because of the distance, I make it a point to, call them every day so we don't feel such a large gap.
Mm.
What do you think about the language? Tight-knit. Great high-level idiomatic language there. Saskia uses it naturally during her speech. She says, we're a tight-knit family. So it's a description which says that they are very close. You'll see it in the description below. A tight-knit family.
Take your videos to the next level.
Okay, thank
Go
you.
to
Not
motionarray.com
sponsored,
and get the best video templates
Sorry.
to make that wow effect. Choose your style.
Yeah, it's sponsored. Okay.
Okay,
Please don't
let's
have to
move
say
on to the topic of water. Do you drink a lot of water?
I try to. I know you're supposed to have like 6 liters a day. That does not happen. But I try to keep a bottle on me as much as possible.
And do you ever drink bottled water?
I do, yes. Because in Sri Lanka, where I grew up, you don't actually drink water from the tap. You can't. You will get sick. But yeah, so I do drink quite a bit of bottled water.
Now I want to talk about the sky. Do you like to look at the sky?
I do. It's very peaceful and just calming to look at the sky.
Do you prefer to look at the sky during the day or the night?
If you're not in the city, I think the night sky is stunning because you don't have the light pollution, so you just see a lot of stars and it's just beautiful. But if you are in the city, I can see why the sky during the day is a lot more pleasing.
Okay, so we're talking about confidence today. Saskia comes across as a very confident person. She answers the questions very naturally. However, and this is an area where Saskia could maybe improve, occasionally, some of the questions she answers are a little bit short. When she gives the answer, she probably could elaborate a little bit more. So we talked about drinking bottled water and she just said, yes, I do. And then she kind of felt the need afterwards to explain a little bit more. She didn't push herself quite as much. But then she spoke at length about the next topic. So just make sure that for every question that you answer, try to speak as much as possible.
And do you enjoy learning about the stars and planets?
I do. I think it's very interesting how the stars and the planets really influence how people perceive their lives. I'm not saying that they actually influence your life, but I'm saying how, I feel like people always want something to blame when things go wrong, and the stars have been a very good scapegoat for them.
The stars have been a very good scapegoat for them. To be a scapegoat for something. Lovely, lovely language. She speaks really naturally. She's talking as though she's talking to a friend. She's sitting back in her chair. She's looking directly at the examiner. Great body language. It won't help you in your test, but it might make you feel a little bit more relaxed and confident in yourself. Good job.
Great. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make notes if you wish. Here is a paper and pencil for making notes.
Thank you.
And here is your topic. I would like you to describe an older person who has inspired you.
Oh, wow. Okay, talk about a person you know who inspires you. You should say who the person is, how you know this person, and talk about why this person inspires you. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay, until time she is on.
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm asked to talk about a person who inspires me, so I'm gonna talk about my grandmother. My grandmother is the eldest person in our family. She's around 80 years old, and she is someone who we all get inspired by, taking her example of her lifetime. What happened was that my grandfather had died in the early ages of my father, in childhood of my father. Since then, my grandmother had taken care of her both sons, my uncle as well, and myself, my dad, and she took the responsibility of both child, and now where we are in a stable condition, and we are living happily in UAE, where my father and my uncle earn a lot of money, and they are so thankful for her hard work and struggle that she portrayed in her early lifetime, so that she could have a better future, and that's what her hard work has brought her to. And I also think that hard work, like how the nobleman once said, after a hard work comes happiness, which will summon all of the hard work. So that's what I believe on that. She took all the hard work, all the dreadfulness in her time, and which was very difficult to handle. But now, whenever she remembers of the olden times where she struggled to survive, she always is thankful for the current situation, as well as always she has a pride of living such a amazing life and inspiring several people around her, and that's one of the greatest qualities of her. Yeah, that was an absolute atrocity.
So remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now?
Okay. Sasi Baka. Okay, now let's see it.
Cars and driving.
Until time she is on.
Okay.
Okay, so if I'm asked to talk about a person who inspires me,